The air over the West Philippine Sea crackles with tension, thick with the weight of history and the uncertainty of what tomorrow may bring. Every sunrise here feels like the opening act of a new chapter, one written in the language of power and resolve. At dawn, Philippine patrol ships slice through the waves, their hulls steady and determined, shadowed closely by Chinese Coast Guard vessels. The crews are alert, eyes fixed on the horizon, every movement watched, every signal scrutinized. This is the new normal, a daily dangerous dance of brinkmanship, where a single misstep could ignite a wider conflict. The tension is palpable, a silent standoff that tests nerves and national will. But today, the Philippine military isn't just patrolling, it's rehearsing for war. Operation Ajax Dagat PA 2025, the nation's most ambitious war game, has begun, mobilizing thousands of troops, ships, and aircraft in a show of unity and strength. It's a declaration of resolve. The Philippines will no longer be a passive observer in its own waters. The flag rises not just as a symbol, but as a statement. These seas are ours to defend. The exercises are brutal, pushing Filipino soldiers, sailors, and aviators to their limits. Under the relentless sun and pounding rain, they train for every scenario, forging a force that is both resilient and ready. The world watches, cameras rolling and analysts speculating, but Manila knows it must be ready to stand alone in the first chaotic hours of conflict. Allies may come, but the first defense is always homegrown. This reality drives the new Comprehensive Archipelagic Defense Concept, or CADC, a strategy designed to make any invasion so costly, so punishing, that even a superpower like China would hesitate before making a move. Simulated missile strikes and amphibious landings echo across Palawan and Batangas, testing both will and hardware. Each drill is a rehearsal for the unthinkable, a message that the nation is prepared for any threat. The shift is palpable, from top defense officials to young recruits on the beaches. There's a new sense of purpose, a unity that bridges generations and backgrounds. They're not just fighting for territory, they're fighting for the nation's soul and sovereignty. Every oath taken, every flag patch worn, is a promise to defend the future of the Philippines. The ghost of past subservience is gone, replaced by defiant self-reliance. The transformation is visible, a military reborn with confidence and clarity of purpose. This is the story of a nation awakening, sharpening its sword, and preparing to defend its home. The resolve is unbreakable, the spirit unyielding. The gathering storm is here, and the Philippines is finally ready to face it head-on. In these turbulent waters, a new era of defiance has truly begun. The urgency in Manila's defense circles is a direct response to escalating aggression. In recent months, the tone in government briefings has shifted from cautious optimism to outright alarm, as officials realize the stakes have never been higher. Confrontations in the South China Sea have turned violent. Chinese vessels ram Philippine boats and firewater cannons. These incidents are no longer rare, they're becoming a dangerous new normal, putting Filipino lives at risk. These are not just diplomatic disputes, they're acts of intimidation and dominance. Each encounter is a test of resolve, with both sides watching for any sign of weakness. The Philippines' geography magnifies the crisis. It sits at a crossroads of global trade and military power, with Taiwan just to the north. The Bashi Channel, a vital maritime passage, is a strategic choke point for both commerce and military movement. Any conflict over Taiwan would drag the Philippines into the fray. The nation's proximity means it cannot remain a bystander if tensions boil over. The West Philippine Sea is the nation's lifeblood, rich in fish, oil, and gas. Millions depend on these waters for their livelihoods, and the country's energy security is at stake. China's sweeping claims threaten to sever the Philippines from these vital resources. Losing access would devastate local economies and undermine national sovereignty. The fight for Scarborough Shoal and the Spratlys is about survival, not just pride. Control over these areas means control over food, energy, and the nation's future. Relying on international law or allies is a dangerous gamble. Beijing ignores Hague rulings. The world's response has been muted, leaving Manila to face the threat largely alone. The lesson is harsh. Rights that can't be defended don't exist. The Philippines must be ready to protect its own interests no matter the odds. Only strength is understood in this high-stakes environment. Deterrence is not just a strategy, it's a necessity for survival. This cold logic drives Manila's push to build a credible deterrent. The nation is investing in new ships, aircraft, and alliances, determined to ensure it is never caught unprepared for the unthinkable. For decades, the armed forces of the Philippines focused on fighting insurgents in the jungle. Now the AFP is pivoting to external defense, its most significant transformation ever. The new focus coastlines, littorals, and the vast maritime domain. The military is relearning how to fight with anti-ship missiles, air defense, and naval blockades. Modernization is visible, new frigates, patrol vessels, and plans for submarines. The Air Force is acquiring multi-role jets and advanced radar. The Army is activating coastal missile units. Shifting military culture is a monumental task. Retraining, new doctrines, and logistics for a high-tech force. The goal: build a force capable of imposing real costs on any invader. The AFP is being reshaped into a guardian of the archipelago's maritime frontiers. No longer just fighting rebels, it's now postured to defend and deter. The transformation is challenging, but the leadership is resolute. The AFP's new identity is clear defender of the nation's sovereignty at sea. Ajax Daggett PA 2025 is a war game with a chilling purpose: to simulate the first 30 days of a solo war against a superior invader. Failure is expected. This is a national wake-up call. Scenarios are brutal: multi-pronged assaults, naval blockades, missile strikes. The red team exploits every weakness: jamming communications, spoofing GPS, targeting command centers. Supply lines are cut, air bases cratered, units isolated. The biggest lesson: logistics are fragile. Without resupply, units fail. This has spurred efforts to preposition supplies and develop unconventional resupply methods. Command and control vulnerabilities are exposed. Cyber attacks cripple networks, forcing local commanders to act independently. The need for a resilient, decentralized command structure is clear. Junior officers must be trained to lead under chaos. The most important weapon may be adaptability, fighting on even when cut off. Ajax Daggett PA is a harsh but invaluable education for the AFP. In modern warfare, victory goes to those who can see, decide, and act fastest. The AFP's new strategic command is a game changer, a unified nerve center for all domains: land, sea, air, cyber, and space. It breaks down old silos, fusing intelligence from satellites, drones, and cyber monitors into a single battlefield view. In crisis, it can instantly direct assets from any branch to where they're needed most. This real-time synchronization turns disparate units into a cohesive fighting machine. The strategic command institutionalizes jointness. Modern wars are won by combined arms. It's where the comprehensive archipelagic defense concept becomes reality. With this central brain, the AFP can absorb a blow, adapt, and fight back in a prolonged conflict. Nowhere is the Philippines' struggle for sovereignty more tangible than on Pag-asa Island, a small yet significant piece of land in the vast expanse of the West Philippine Sea. More than just a military outpost, Pag-asa is a vibrant living community, a steadfast symbol of the nation's unwavering claim to its rightful territory. Here, civilians and soldiers coexist under constant pressure, with Chinese vessels perpetually looming on the horizon, a reminder of the ever-present tension. Recent military drills simulate defending Pag-asa against potential amphibious assaults, signaling a readiness to fight for every inch of this precious land. Upgrades to the runway and new infrastructure now allow larger ships and aircraft to resupply the outpost, enhancing its strategic importance and sustainability. Pag-asa is a microcosm of the Philippine predicament: isolated, vulnerable, yet overshadowed by a larger power that seeks to dominate. Yet, it endures. Its resilience is a powerful symbol of defiance and determination, a testament to the spirit of the Filipino people. Defending Pag-asa is about more than just land. It's about the principle that sovereign rights cannot be extinguished by intimidation or force. The fate of this small island is intricately tied to the future of the entire archipelago, representing a crucial strategic point. The community's presence transforms the island into a functioning part of the Filipino nation, a beacon of hope and resilience. The line in the sand is drawn here, a clear demarcation of sovereignty and national pride. Pag-asa stands as the frontline bastion in the West Philippine Sea, a steadfast guardian of the nation's maritime boundaries. The central question: can the Philippines survive the first month of war alone? Defense planners assume it could take weeks for allies to help, so the AFP must endure the initial onslaught. This reality drives the Comprehensive Archipelagic Defense Concept, or CADC. The strategy: turn every island, strait, and channel into a potential trap, making invasion costly. The doctrine emphasizes small, agile teams armed with advanced weapons, conducting hit-and-run attacks and disrupting enemy supply lines. The Coast Guard becomes the first line of defense, monitoring and challenging intruders. The National Police and local militias secure rear areas and maintain order. Defending the archipelago is a national responsibility, not just a military one. Surviving the first month depends on collective resilience. The doctrine of self-reliance is now at the heart of Philippine defense. The battlefield now includes cyberspace and outer space. Ajax Daggett PA 2025 integrates multi-domain threats. Commanders must defend both physical and digital territory. Cyber warfare is central. Simulated attacks target power grids, communications, and military networks. Dedicated cyber defense units are being created. Firewalls and encryption are as vital as armor. The AFP is also preparing for space warfare. Satellites are critical for communication and navigation. War games simulate GPS jamming and satellite link disruptions, forcing troops to operate in degraded environments. The AFP is developing offensive cyber and space capabilities to disrupt adversaries. The new strategic command includes cyber and space operations. The future of warfare is holistic. Defense must extend from the beaches to the orbits above. The Philippines is preparing to fight everywhere, in every domain. Ajax Dagat PA and the new doctrine have exposed critical gaps, especially in logistics. The AFP's ability to sustain high-intensity combat is limited by shortages in transport, fuel, and ammunition. Closing this logistics gap is now the top defense priority. Command, control, and intelligence also need improvement. Better drones, radar, and secure communications are essential. Despite these weaknesses, the Philippines' determination sends a powerful message. To China, the Philippines will not be easily coerced or conquered. To allies, Manila is serious about its own defense and is a credible partner. By preparing to hold out alone, the Philippines gives its partners time to respond. To Southeast Asia, smaller nations can stand up to larger powers. Manila's defiance inspires a regional pushback against coercion. The echoes of this stand are being heard far beyond its shores.